Money on my mind, yeah, money on my mental. Confident, yeah, I swear that be my issue. Yeah, swear that be my issue. Yeah, swear that be my.
You know, that came a little bit later. I will say I had my own characters. Like I did the wig thing for a while. I had a girl character named Dorisha. I had a cousin character named Cousin Michael. My middle name is Michael. I got a old man. He's an OG. He's Uncle Gayle. These are characters I haven't introduced to Instagram or public or whatever, but I'm getting ready to soon. And they're all based upon like my family, like where I came from. Um, those types of characters I'm getting ready to unleash. The impressions are real UN, but those characters are they're undeniable, and they're
Would
really
you
cool.
ever like want to do like movies or?
Absolutely. I would love to do a couple of films. I've worked on independent and short films. So right now I just want to build the fan base so I can do bigger projects and things of that sort.
So
Um,
what about the two we route right now? Or
man, that's a dude. I'm literally right now. I created a film hub account, and I me and my boy Joshua Soto, shouts out to Joshua Soto,
okay.
we filmed a comedy special here in Florida 2 years ago, and I uploaded, but there was something with the quality, so I took another clip because I wanted to get something up as a just it's like people will say, "Oh, I'm a rapper," but you don't got no mixtape, you don't got no song, you can't really, you know what I'm saying?
You
It
gotta
doesn't
have a
feel,
little body of work for
yeah,
yourself.
it doesn't feel sufficient. So
Right.
I have an independent comedy special that I put out on YouTube. But this clip that I have, that's 7 minutes, a 7 minute set, laughs throughout. I uploaded to Film Hub, and for the first time, it's on a streaming platform. It's on this platform, Relay or whatnot, and it's really cool to look at. I'm looking at it right now on my screen. The first time that I've been able to, as an independent artist, um, put out some type of work that's on something public that you can go get, you know. Um, and that feels really cool because I've always wondered, how to crack that code. When I started doing stand up, I was 18. That was 12 years ago, and comedy changed since then. Even with social media that came out back then, it still changed. Like you could blow up on social media back then and then transition into TV sitcom. I was telling my boy the other day, now you blow up and you just continue your brand of blowing up on the independent route. If you want to partner, you can, but everybody has their own brand.
Some
Everybody
people
has their
just
own.
want to keep.
Yeah, everybody. Like, shouts out to Ryan Davis, he shared one of my impression videos back in July. He just put out a comedy special. He's been doing comedy for like 18 years. He just partnered with Ali Sadiq, and he put out his comedy special. It already had 1 million views on YouTube. That's the independent route. The old days of I won't even say the sitcoms and things of that sort. Though that's kind of it's phasing out. These streamers and these businesses numbers. So you got the numbers. They can show you how to get they can train you as an actor. They can train you on show you how to do stand up. But
Right.
here come these kids are
So
coming
you
with the
think
numbers.
nowadays it really just comes down more so to the numbers?
Yeah, business is numbers.
I,
I
I
mean,
was I was saying the same thing, you know what
yeah,
I mean? Like over on my end because I deal with all kinds of people from comedians to business owners
right,
to boxers and basketball players.
right,
So it's just like, just seeing the different, you know what I mean?
right.
Like it's different cultures in each field. It's not the same at
Yeah,
all. So
yeah. It
I
is.
just learn it on the job as I go. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I watched the whole entire genre in the last 10 years. I've been doing stand up in real time. But I always tell other entertainers because I'm like a young old head. I've done way more stand up than I've ever done anything on social media.
Right.
It may look different, but I would say I'm more traditional. Other people call me old. I'm a young old head because I'm 29. I'm not 40, but I'm like what J. Cole say, middle child.
You still young, man.
Yeah, but I've been doing
I
stand up since I
got you.
was 18.
I'm 33.
Yeah, I'll be 30 next year, but I've done more stand up than I've done social media. So when I do something like, I always listen. Like Kanye once said, listen to what the kids say. I listen to what the kids say. So when I saw the whole 6'7" thing, I was like, how can I put my talent or my gift and integrate in the culture of what they're on now?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
I don't
I
know.
had to put
Sometimes
it.
I feel like a dinosaur. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard trying to really follow what's going on nowadays with the younger crowd. I tried my best to connect, but
Yeah, man,
I don't want to
it's all
force it
strategic.
either.
It's all strategic. Like over the summer, I saw the Jet 2 holiday. It's like, you know, with social media, it's like you have to find the niche and then stick with a niche and then blow up. Some comedians don't like doing that because they're already established and whatnot. But like with social media, if you start as a guy that picks up birds and puts them in the sky, then oh my God, that's the guy that picks up birds and puts them in the sky. I'm gonna
Right.
follow that guy because he's the guy that picks up birds and puts them in the sky. Once that guy gets 1 million followers of picking up birds and put them in the sky, then the dude might say, well, I want to pick up lions now. And now he's picking up lions and putting them in the sky. You know what I'm saying? But it's like you have to find the niche. I always hated it at first. I didn't want to do impressions because I was like, man, I'm so good at them. They're gonna put me in a box and then I won't be able to do anything else. And that is not true at all. I thank God when I saw the impression videos take off, people are coming to the page and liking my stand-up clips.
Right.
My mentor, shouts out to OG Ken Miller of Orlando. He's like the godfather of Orlando, Florida comedy. He told me, put the impression in the joke and people will come see you do stand-up. I've been doing stand-up. I didn't do any impressions for like 5 years, except for one Chris Rock at the end of my set. And he said, put those impressions in the jokes, and then it'll be a combination of both things. So when they see you do your social media, they might want to say, well, is he a real comedian? Then they go see the clips of you being funny in real life on stage, and now they know, no, this guy's a real deal. He's really
Right.
funny. And then that gives people more of understanding. It's a bridge between the gap. The older generation will know, okay, he really is taking this craft serious. The younger generation, which may not know what traditional stand-up comedy is, may think, oh wow, so he's funny over here too. He's not just funny in the videos. What is stand-up? I want to know what stand-up is. Like I said, I'm a cross between the middle, so that's how it be sometimes.
Right.
So
Tell me, how was it growing up, like in your hometown?
oh man, it was only black kid on my street, man. I couldn't. I had an interesting experience. I was like my mother and father co-parent. Like we not in the same household, but they co-parent. And thank them while I'm on here, because a lot of people raised me. It takes a village. There was one point where I felt like, and she won't tell you this, but there's one point where I felt like my mother was concerned for my cultural diversity. In other words, there might have been a point in my life where she felt like I wasn't gonna be black enough, so she sent me to she sent me to the closest black neighborhood for summer camp, and I played football and basketball, and my cousins and them. I didn't really have that experience in school until the 5th or 6th grade. I was only African American in my classes, so I didn't have other kids that I might be able to relate to, or you know, you know, I might have been just dating Becky's at this point if I didn't have that type of introduction.
Right.
Shouts out to them, all respect, but I've been able to have a blend of different experiences. I say that. So my perspective is different. I grew up single parent household too, like many kids from the hood. I just didn't grow up in the hood, so I had to go to the hood to
Right.
really be able to hang out with my peoples. You know what I'm saying? I don't have the story of a lot of my brothers and sisters. I was closest black neighborhood. My mother missed it by 15 minutes. I was born the beach side of that part.
Oh,
So
okay.
I would have been a rapper by now if I didn't miss it by 15 minutes. But no, that was my experience. So, and I went to charter, uh, private, and public school. I went to charter school from grades 1 to 5. I went to charter school, well, not charter, but private school from 6 to 8, and then I went to public school for high school, all my high school years. So it's a little bit different.
So in school, was you like a roaster?
Oh man,
You know,
I
like as we say in DMV, did you like the Joan?
yeah, that was I learned how to do that. Man, I tell you, when I remember, long time ago, there was this organization called the Boys and Girls Club that I was a part of. When I was 7, 8, 6 years old. And man, I never seen kids talk like that before. That was the most enlightening experience I ever seen in my entire life. I was like, God dang, he just said that. So I picked up on it. I picked up on it. I didn't use it, but I picked up on it. Comedy comes from natural places. Most people think comedy comes from the stage. Comedy comes from your everyday places, your barbershop, your back of the bus. Comedy comes from your school lunch table. It comes from real deal places where you have those social constructs and those types of conversations are being met. There's nothing funnier than a roasting session happening in the middle of school
Right.
zone. There's nothing.
That's real.
There's nothing more enjoyable than being on the back of the bus and y'all just having a your mama session or a Jones session. There's nothing more enjoyable than that.
Was there ever a point like did you would like get in your feelings or get too serious?
Oh no, I would just listen sometimes. Sometimes I would just listen. I'd be like,
I don't know, man.
yeah,
Like certain jokes when you're young, they can strike a nerve depending on the individual though. Depending on the
I
you
mean
gotta have a thick skin.
these kids now have internet culture. We didn't have internet culture. We just had, you know what I'm saying? We know what the guidelines are. I don't know what their guidelines are now.
I feel
Internet
like
culture.
now it could possibly be worse because person a person can find so much more out about you just from a simple search.
Right,
You know
right,
what I mean? A person might find out who your mom is, what she
yeah,
looks like, your brother, or whoever else. Now they
yeah.
really getting personal in the session. So, it's different for sure now because
It gets
we didn't grow up in that era where people had to, go stoop that low. But now, people they will stoop that low.
Oh my
Even now,
God.
like even with like the battle rap culture, like a person will find out your whole background and just
Yeah.
crush you
It's
with it.
it's wild. Um, like I said, there's respectable places for everything. Like I enjoy watching a Mad TV or a Wild and Out or some where I can watch those things happen. Um, and it's a part of the culture. It's really cool. It's really cool to experience. Like I said, those conversations when you're with your friends and there's a the fourth wall. The fourth wall can be within your friends. We roast each other. That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? That's the fun that I grew up to know. Thank you, Slam Rex in there. That's the comedy I grew up to know. Like I would have my boys and we would just go go at it, but we didn't mean no harm, no foul. Like I'm a comedian now. I go at it for real. But it's never been for me, it's never been serious. It's like these are jokes. You know what I'm saying? These are jokes. You know what I'm saying? That's the fun of us joking. Like, even on All Def Digital, they have a dad joke game that they play on there, or they have the roasting session where two comedians will roast each other to see who come with the better joke. Nobody's in the feelings.
What's
We understand the job.
what's your favorite place like in the world to perform?
Man, so far,
Yeah.
the Laugh Factory has been the best experience I've ever.
Okay. Okay.
Man, the Laugh Factory has been amazing. I've been there once when I was 26 years old, and it was amazing, man. The footage is on my YouTube, but the Laugh Factory, man, oh man, an amazing experience. I walk in there, it's like comedy heaven. And a picture of Richard Pryor's there, and George Carlin, and Eddie Murphy, and
Chicago, right?
Oh no, this is the LA one, the LA version.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, Sunset Boulevard. Man. Now the Comedy Store, that's my second. Just to be on that stage and have somebody laugh. Like I was nervous up there, but to have somebody laugh at something I said up there, it's a bucket list for me. I've been to Laughing School, Laugh Factory, and the Comedy Store within the last 5 years, and it's been a blessing because of this internet stuff.
So
Um,
tell me, what's your Mount Rushmore of comedy?
now we get into the good questions.
All right.
Oh man, it changes, man. It changes. My Mount Rushmore. Oh man.
I will give me a current one and then give me a all time, like a GOAT one, and
Okay.
then
Okay.
a just current one.
Okay. I'm gonna go with GOAT first. Okay. Respectively, and every stand-up comedian needs to have this comedian on their list. This out of respect and doing my due diligence of being able to perform the craft of stand-up comedy. Uh, all due respect to the late great Richard Pryor. Um, Comedy would not exist in the way that it exists in this day and age if it wasn't for Richard Pryor. Um, Everyone that has done comedy after Richard Pryor has taken something from Richard Pryor, whether they consciously know it or not. So respect to Richard Pryor. Um, the second one, goodness gracious. Uh Second one. This is difficult, man. I want to go George Carlin. And I know I can't go wrong by saying that, but
Okay.
George was one of the original free thinkers. If George Carlin was alive right now, he had to put out 20 more specials. My third, my third, my third. This is such a difficult goddamn question, and I can't go wrong because he's mastered every. He's done something great in every genre of comedy. My third, living, a legend, getting ready to put out a documentary on Netflix. Eddie Murphy is my third man.
Okay, okay.
I'm gonna tell you why, and this is why Eddie is arguably the greatest of all time. Eddie Murphy was 20. He was 21 years old when he was on Saturday Night Live. He single-handedly rose the ratings of the show. Eddie has mastered stand-up, two legendary stand-up specials. He's mastered sketch comedy with Saturday Night Live, and he's mastered comedic movies, and he's mastered animation. On top of that, he's done it in 5 decades: 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, and here he is in the 2020s. It's
No, that's definitely impressive. You know what I mean?
when you
To be
think
able,
about the longevity
for sure.
of an all around, Eddie is my biggest inspiration, like my biggest inspiration. And then not only did he to do that, like I said, he had impressions, he had original characters. Like the writing, he directed and produced. He played 7 people in one movie. So who are we to compare anyone to? Like who, you know what I'm saying? I'm a comedy, whether it's thespian or whatever, a theologist or whatever they call it. I am a comedy connoisseur. Eddie really took this thing to a whole new level in terms of that. So I have to go Eddie because I like, man, we think about everything from Coming to America to him playing a dragon in Mulan to doing something like Haunted House, Daddy Daycare, Norbit, to doing something like Pluto Nash, which people didn't like, to doing something like the vampire movie he did with Angela Bassett, or doing something coming back to Come America 2, Tower Heist with Ben Stiller. Come on, man, what are we talking about? Anyways, I could do a whole spiel on Eddie. Um, my fourth, oh man, stand up, just pure stand up. At the end of the day,
No, I was just saying. comedians. It didn't have to
Oh,
be
okay. My
pure
four.
just
Oh,
stand up.
oh. Well, you know what? I'll just go with a stand up purist because I think he's like Jordan of this generation. Uh, David Chappelle is one of the greatest comedians I've actually ever seen
Thank you.
my entire
Somebody
life. And you're
finally
from the
give
DMV, so you
Davis
already know.
flowers,
So yeah,
man.
listen, you're from the
Davis
DMV, so
is awesome. You can't go wrong with Dave every
yeah,
time.
man. And then he's on his 10th special. I think he's on like 10, dude. It's like he was like Jordan. He left and came back to the game. You know what I'm saying? He left and came back to the game. Like it's crazy the way Dave has been able to do what he's done. So I got yeah, I got him on there, man. Yeah.
I would I would have added Martin, to
Okay.
be honest. I would have
Gotcha.
definitely for sure added Martin. Just because Martin Lawrence is like,
Right.
yeah,
Martin is one of the he's one off of Eddie's category, and he's the only one to really hold their own and co-star with Eddie in a movie of life.
right.
Um, I that's a good four. That's a good four. To put Martin at four, I have understanding of it now because Martin had the sitcom, and then he also had the movies. His movies are fantastic, dude. I don't think anyone has seen him in the movies. I don't like. That's one thing that Dave didn't do that Eddie did that Dave didn't do. But I preferred